Thank you guys for watching this video. Like and subscribe to see more videos. Let's get into the video.
For Chapter 4. After returning home together, Uchiha Itachi soon received orders to leave on a mission. Sasuke, who had been waiting by the door, watched his older brother leave again, disappointment clouding his face. He said he'd teach me fire style today, but he broke his promise. Sasuke murmured, his tone both stubborn and hurt. Seeing Sasuke's crestfallen expression reminded Satoru of the Sasuke he knew from the future, a boy shaped by bitterness and a thirst for vengeance. Time, he thought, truly molds people in strange ways. Poor Itachi, he has a lot to learn about being a brother. This was a world driven by strength, and training was essential. Not only did Satoru need to grow stronger, but he also had to keep earning those acting points. Sighing, he glanced at Sasuke, who still looked disappointed. "Hey, can't you see I'm here too, as your second brother?" Satoru said, a lollipop dangling from his mouth. "Second brother, the last time you taught me chakra control, you kicked me into the river." Sasuke replied indignantly. "Right, and didn't that make you learn chakra control faster?" Satoru retorted, conveniently skipping over the chaos that had ensued just to earn a few points. "I got sick the next day," Sasuke said, practically grinding his teeth. "Your immunity is pretty weak for a future ninja. I got chased through 3 streets because of that," Satoru said, shuddering at the memory. Women, he thought, are terrifying when angry. "Did you forget I'm only 3 years old, and you left me soaked in the river all day?" Sasuke replied coldly, wondering what his second brother was even thinking. "Learning is essential, Sasuke," Satoru said, feigning wisdom. "Anyway, don't you want to learn fire style? I'll give you a family discount and teach you for free." Sasuke's eyes lit up, his disappointment quickly replaced by excitement. Despite his brother's antics, he knew Satoru was strong. "You mean it?" Satoru led Sasuke to the river. "All right, let's start the lesson." Without further ado, he formed a hand sign, and a massive flame erupted across the lake's surface, burning brightly and undisturbed. With the aid of his 6 eyes, he could see the precise flow of energy, allowing him to control his chakra with incredible precision. Sasuke's eyes went wide as he watched the flames. His second brother's strength was astonishing. "All done," Satoru declared. "You've learned it now." Are you serious?" Sasuke blinked, bewildered. That was supposed to be a lesson? Sure, he had memorized the hand signs, but Satoru hadn't explained anything about how to channel chakra. "Why can't my students be more self-sufficient?" Satoru sighed, putting on a show. "Do I really have to explain everything over and over?" He gave Sasuke a condescending look. "Listen carefully. Gather the chakra, pull it into your chest, hold it briefly, and then exhale in one breath. Simple, right?" Sasuke, a bit skeptical, found that the explanation actually made sense. With a sigh, he formed the hand signs as Satoru had demonstrated. A small flame popped out from his mouth. What a cute little fireball," Satoru commented, feigning admiration. "Second brother." Sasuke snapped, his embarrassment flaring into anger. "Wait, did you burn yourself?" Satoru asked, noticing Sasuke's pained expression. "Didn't I tell you to form a protective layer of chakra in your mouth to prevent burns?" Sasuke's face turned blue with frustration. "You didn't say anything about that." Asterisk ding. Plus 100 acting points. Asterisk. As Sasuke chased him, Satoru heard the familiar sound of the system notification. Taking a quick peek at his system dashboard, he smiled in satisfaction. Host asterisk Satoru. World asterisk Naruto. Template unlocked asterisk Satoru Gojo's curse power ceiling. Unlock percentage asterisk 11%. Skills asterisk 6 eyes full version. Cursed technique lapse. Blue, partial. Acting points asterisk 1300. Currently, he had 2 skills, 6 eyes and a limited version of cursed technique lapse. Blue. The 6 eyes gave him a range of incredible abilities. 360-degree vision, allowing him to see anything behind him, even at long distances. Ability to discern chakra flows to identify ninjutsu and predict movements. Enhanced precision, enabling him to perform delicate maneuvers with ease. As for cursed technique lapse, blue. It created a powerful force of attraction, reaching near infinite pull, similar to a small black hole. Instant activation without hand signs, allowing for pinpoint accuracy. Teleportation and high-speed movement over long distances. However, since he hadn't reached the full template level, his blue skill had cooldowns and limitations. Satoru closed the system panel with a smirk. With the acting points he had accumulated, it was about time to treat himself in the system mall. 5 Chapter 5 Jo, Sasuke. Your speed isn't bad, Satoru said lazily, lying on a tree branch with a lollipop in his mouth, the words coming out muffled. Sasuke, who had caught up to him, scanned the surroundings before looking up at his second brother perched on the branch. So that's where he went, Sasuke thought. Humph. He let out a soft snort, a subtle smirk tugging at the corners of his lips. The praise, no matter how slight, had reached him. One day, I'll surpass you, Sasuke declared to himself. If only I'd been born earlier, I'd already be stronger than you, second brother. Satoru chuckled. You're a little faster than a snail, I'll give you that. Amazing, really? He teased, bursting into laughter. Bastard. Sasuke shouted, his eyes sparking with frustration. His small, chubby cheeks puffed out, and his mouth set in a firm line. Get down here, second brother. But it's sunny up here, perfect for a nap, Satoru said, stretching his arms and closing his eyes as if settling in for a long sleep. The sunlight streamed through the leaves, casting dappled shadows. Birds chirped, adding a gentle soundtrack to the peaceful afternoon. You just fell asleep? Sasuke's eyes widened in disbelief. Tired? How could his second brother, with a strong ninja physique, be tired so easily? He hadn't even trained with the clan today. What kind of fatigue was that? In the morning, his second brother had said something about real combat being the best teacher, then promptly skipped family training. All he'd done was teach Sasuke a few things before dozing off. This guy, Sasuke thought bitterly, he's probably the most laid-back person in the entire clan. Suddenly, Sasuke became aware of the curious stares from the people around them. Wait, is this the clan's training ground? He had noticed that they'd attracted so much attention during their quarrel. His heart sank. Is that Satoru Uchiha and his brother? A girl in a black Uchiha uniform whispered to her friend. Yes, that's Satoru Uchiha. Her friend confirmed. Among their peers, Satoru Uchiha was well known, not just for his strength, but also for his mischievous and unpredictable nature. He didn't seem like a typical Uchiha, yet, for reasons unknown, people trusted him. He was a bit of an enigma. 80% of the trouble, no, 99% of it, came from him, she thought. But when it truly mattered, he was reliable. If Satoru could read her mind, he'd have said confidently, asterisk of course, because I'm the strongest, asterisk. Satoru Uchiha. A loud voice cut through the murmurs. It was Uchiha Sora, the patriarch in charge of this section of the clan's training. He stormed over, his eyes fierce. Get down here, and don't make me say it twice. This kid's making a fool of me, Sora thought, embarrassed that a student had escaped from under his watch. His peers would never let him live it down. With a flick of his fingers, Sora performed a series of seals. Fire style, fireball jutsu. A sphere of flames roared toward the branch, engulfing it and reducing it to ash. Oh dear, is it really wise to be so reckless with the trees, old man? Satoru's voice called out mockingly. In a flash, he was standing in front of Sora, completely unscathed. Could it be that someone's feeling their age, stressed and overwhelmed, and decided to take it out on an innocent young boy like me? Satoru sighed, feigning concern. You. Sora's face flushed with fury. Feeling their age, he was only in his 30s. This brat would be the death of him. How did someone as serious as Fugaka produce such a child? He hadn't used a powerful technique, after all, and there were others around to ensure Satoru wouldn't get hurt. But how had the boy avoided it so effortlessly? He hadn't even seen it clearly. Humph, the patriarch wants you here now, Sora said, forcing himself to stay calm. He smirked knowingly, already imagining the look on the troublemaker's face once they were done. Just wait, you little menace. 6 Chapter 6 Second Brother. Sasuke's voice halted Satoru, worry flickering in his eyes. Would their father really punish him that severely? Sasuke, are you coming along too? Satoru said with a cheerful grin, as if facing an angry father was just another fun adventure. I don't want to, Sasuke said, crossing his arms and shaking his head. He wouldn't be tricked by his second brother again. You go. Really? Satoru raised an eyebrow, chuckling as he sighed. So be it, he thought. Growing up really does dull the excitement. Satoru made his way to their father's study with an easy, almost carefree stride. Despite being their father, Uchiha Fugaku was first and foremost the clan's patriarch, burdened with responsibilities that left him little time for his children. Most of his attention was reserved for Itachi, while the other two were left to their own devices. Had Sora not brought up the issue today, Fugaku might not have even noticed him. Do you know why I called you here today? Fugaku's eyes were cold and serious as they locked onto Satoru. If I knew, why would I be here? Satoru responded lazily, seemingly unaffected by his father's stern gaze. Humph, this kid has nerve, Fugaku thought, both irritated and a touch proud. True, Uchiha were meant to be fearless and composed. Sora's earlier comments about him not fitting in with the clan seemed less certain now. Why didn't you attend clan training today? Fugaku's tone revealed no emotion. Aha, so it's about that. Satoru said with mock surprise. Training brings real knowledge. I went out to practice with a true master. Fugaku's eye twitched slightly. A true master? Did he not know about the commotion at the South Street snack shop? Don't we have enough masters in the Uchiha clan for you? Fugaku's voice was sharp. Why look outside the clan? Satoru's smile remained, but his gaze took on a depth that seemed to pierce through the room's shadows. Father, isn't your stance a little too obvious? He asked lightly. Fugaku's eyes narrowed. Was Satoru aware of the brewing tension within the clan? Or, like Itachi, did he lean toward loyalty to the village over the family? Fugaku's chest tightened with unease. He knew his son's carefree demeanor masked a sharp mind. A heavy silence filled the space between them. Fugaku's presence was stifling, pressing in like a storm, but Satoru remained unfazed. That's not what I meant, Satoru said, breaking the tension. Today, I was just hurrying to buy a limited edition deluxe tricolor dango. On the way, some kids wanted candy. I gave them one to avoid losing my prize snack, but they kept asking for more. So I handed out a few punches instead. Problem solved. Fugaku's face twitched as he listened to his son's nonchalant story. Satoru's smile grew, his eyes glimmering with a sly mirth. Children can't be coddled too much, or they become insatiable. Satoru continued, his tone serious. Power is necessary. Begging for scraps erases dignity. Without strength, one's self-respect vanishes. Fugaku's brow furrowed, absorbing his son's words. He saw the tension tearing the clan apart. Some sought more power and control over Konoha, driven by ambition and pride. But there were many innocents caught in the storm, unable to escape its pull. Most, like himself, were trapped, forced to march forward despite knowing they were heading toward disaster. Satoru's unexpected insight left Fugaku taken aback. The harsh lines of his face softened, and he sighed deeply. So that's how you see it. I'm guessing you've noticed the growing unease within the clan. Fugaku admitted. The Uchiha are proud, but that pride breeds fear and isolation. Konoha, as it is now, cannot coexist with us. To erase our strength would be to strip us of our soul. Fugaku's voice lowered, each word steeped in a dark resignation. The Uchiha of the past forgot that pride. I intend to reclaim it. A moment of silence passed, heavy with unspoken truths. Satoru suddenly burst out laughing, breaking the tension. Beautifully said, father. But don't you think you're taking this all too seriously? Fugaku's sharp eyes narrowed at the playful smile on Satoru's lips, but the room felt a little less stifling. This child, Fugaku thought, he may be the most unpredictable one of all.